Welcome to your Money Miracles video for the week of December 26th. Happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoying some time off with family. And I'm really excited to share with you in this video some awesome tips and tricks to start 2024 by creating more abundance and prosperity in your life. As usual, I'm going to be sharing with you some recent and upcoming events, and I'll also be sharing with you my new top 10 favorite book. So keep watching for the highlights of that. But first, let's talk about how you can create more abundance in 2024 than you did in 2023. The technique I'm borrowing from Lou Diamond's podcast I was on a couple of years ago. I highly recommend subscribing to his Thrive Loud, LOU for Lou D Diamond podcast. That's his name of his podcast. Thrive Loud. Setting intentions is a powerful exercise. In my Money Miracles membership, we do this each week on the Q&A call that we have by starting with the Oath of Manifestation and doing an abundance meditation. So Lou recommends doing this for 2024. So here's how. Create a list of 3 top individuals or companies that you aspire to work with in 2024. Write them down. Who are the game changers you want to get connected with? 2, take the time to thank 3 people that have been instrumental in your success in 2023. And 3, reach out to 3 people or companies you haven't spoken with in a while. Use the opportunity to revive the connection and explore potential synergies for 2024. So that's it. Do this now while you're thinking about it. You can pause this video to write down these 9 people or 9 companies. So as promised, I'll be sharing with you my favorite affirmations in these emails each week. So here's this week's affirmation. Say it out loud and with emotion. Money comes easily and frequently. So let's talk about some past and upcoming events. Thank you to everyone who've already signed up for the Money Miracles membership for 2024. I'm really excited to help you create massive abundance in 2024. There's just 3 days left until your investment increases. We're closing the membership after this week until later in 2024. So this is the membership in which we have a community sharing their money miracles, investing ideas, manifestations, and money mindset shifts. I've personally recorded over 7 hours worth of videos for you to watch over the next 6 months. We also have another 21 guest experts who are providing their own abundance and prosperity content. And I've now included the whole Infinite Possibilities course for you as well. We'll meet weekly to create money miracles, answer your questions, and members have now manifested over $1,780,000 in the last 2 years. I'll put the link below this video for you to sign up. Now, did you miss my financial freedom series on the Rich Mind podcast with Randy Wilson? We recorded 13 episodes going through each of the 9 money rules, and we went through the 5-step stock screen and the 7-step real estate screen. You can find the episodes on Randy's various channels, but we're working on packaging them into a very inexpensive course, which you do at your own leisure. If you're interested, respond to this email with NMR, and I'll reach out to you personally. The course is going live. It's completely online, and it'll go live in January. My next free webinar is in less than 1 month on January 23rd. It's called How to Create Money Miracles. I'm co-facilitating with Chara Rodriguera, who's a mystical, magical meditation teacher and creator of Soul Path Yoga. You can register in advance, and I'll put the link below this video as well. And also, I'm really excited. I was interviewed on the Law of Attraction Radio with Constance Arnold. Her show, Think, Believe, Manifest, has had more than 3 million downloads in the last few years. I shared some brand new manifestation techniques on her show that I learned last month when I attended Dr. Joe Dispenza's advanced retreat. Again, the link will be below this video. And finally, I was accepted to be interviewed by the Geeky Grandma. This awesome podcast interview went live last week, and I spoke about how you can burst through to prosperity. Again, the link will be below this video. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am going to be interviewed on Lorenzo Payman's podcast, Leaders with a Heart, and that'll come out in January as well. So I'll let you know when I have that link. Now, each week I highlight a member of my network. If you're interested in being highlighted in this video and in my weekly email in 2024, send me a few sentences about you and your business, and I'll make sure to highlight you to my network so you can connect with them and let us know also how we can connect with you. Now, I'm really excited to share this week's book, The Tiger's Fang by Paul Twitchell. Apparently, this is a classic spiritual journey that I've completely messed up until now. I really enjoyed the enlightenment in this book, and I now consider it my top 10 book, one of my new top 10 books. So I highly recommend it. Like last week, I took a ton of notes. All of them are not in this video, but they are in my weekly email. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not a subscriber to my email, you can go to my homepage, salamoor.com. That's SALAURMOR.com. So you can subscribe to my weekly email. There's probably 2 pages that are not in this video, but are in the email. Let's get started. Here are the highlights from The Tiger's Fang. Know this: God is consciousness, and consciousness is static or stillness, whatever you desire to call it. This term is for the power, the divine soul itself. Words cannot explain. Consciousness is the spiritual awareness of being, of all knowing, all power, all presence. Thinking is the motionless principle in light and sound which creates the illusion of motion. Therefore, all lower mind and thought is dropped on this plane. The soul of humans belong to the static, invisible, conscious, unconditioned world of knowing. You express knowing in the dynamic, visible, electrically conditioned universe of perception. Perception is the electrical awareness of motion, simulating the spiritual qualities of God, who creates imaged qualities of separate forms which seem to have material substance. Man lives in 2 universes instead of one: the magnetic mind universe of knowing and the moving thought of mind, rhythmic wave universe of sensing. You cannot sense the magnetic universe of God's knowing, nor can you know the electric wave universe of my thinking. The true mind universe of the one light of all knowing is all that is. The vibrating electric wave universe of sensing merely seems to be. It is illusion. The one still light which you contact in meditation is the light of the universe, the master power, the Christ consciousness, or whatever you desire to call it. That which watches over all, creates things at countless points locatable by man, but nevertheless invisible to him. You must realize that the power lies within the stillness of soul, not in the motion by means of which you manifest that stillness. You must know that soul is God, or myself within you. Also, you must know that gradually the dawning awareness of this light of mine is you, for it comes as the awareness of your purpose in both manifesting the light and the power to manifest it at will. To think is to create. This is why this is the highest plane, and to create, one must do so with light. There is nothing that is not light and sound. When I think, ideas are born. The light registers my idea in the twin lights of sex beings of my thinking, and a form is born in the image of my light. I can give you nothing if you have no desire for me. I am the supreme being in all my worlds. Remember that, in all my worlds. This is correct and absolute. Hear my voice. It is within every man, senselessly whispering for soul to arouse itself. Every desire written in man's heart is carried into the heart of hearts. What man mistakes for thinking is but an electric awareness of things sensed and recorded within the brain cells for repetitive usage through memories. Memories have no relation. Memories have no relation to knowledge of the universal mind which is in man. Man is forever seeking my light, and when he finds it, becomes transformed. And as you find it, you gradually find the soul of my divine self, which is the light. Man cannot bear much of the light at this time because his physical being is still new and too near the jungle of materiality. The true emptiness cannot be included or excluded. Forget meditation, forget emptiness, forget realization, forget God, forget all, and then you enter into the true realization. Your daily life will become calm and contented, making you less talkative, less worried, and less excitable. Then in a glance, you recognize your true self. By going through all stages to reach source energy, man has accomplished nothing, for God is no thing, and yet all could have been attained in a simple, singular flash of recognition. One must abandon seeking for anything. God itself is realized by the very cessation of all seeking and by dropping of the mind. In the beginning, man was simply the atom of the universal body, the soul itself, roaming about in a darkness of the lower worlds like a fish in the depths of the ocean without any mentor to guide it. Then God began to wonder if there was something better to give these poor and unhappy atoms to help them gain the knowledge of the omnipotence, omnipresence, omniscience. God gave them flesh, and by forming this flesh upon the atom or soul, God had to lower the vibrations of that world still farther down the scale. These were strange beings that roamed the dual worlds in those days, and what you would know as man today would certainly have been frightened had he had the opportunity to meet one of these beings in present time. God looked over his creations at that time and found all was not right in the lower worlds, and that man needed something else. That something was a mind, which could be used as an instrument for perception through which to understand and reason out his experiences. Then God gave man an astral body, and man was almost complete except for a heart. After eternity, he decided to give man a heart. We control our emotional nature via the emotional body and not the mind, because the emotional body is the middle body of man, that which stands between the physical and the mental at the balance. This is the middle way, which Buddha talked about. So thanks for watching. I believe in you.